It's always a little bit nerve-wracking to play a new game for the first time because I feel like a fish out of water. If I was playing XCOM, I would know exactly where to go and what to do, but I suppose I'm not in an Advent-controlled city anymore. I'm on some desert planet somewhere in the outer reaches of space, piloting a bunch of mechs. So let's dive right into it. We have a couple of objectives on this mission. This is the second mission in the campaign. I believe it's still considered part of the tutorial. Unfortunately, there was a little cutscene at the beginning that didn't get recorded, so I do apologize for that. But we're going to trudge along, and hopefully we get a little bit more dialogue explaining exactly what we're doing. I'm looking forward to it, man. I've been enjoying the game thus far, and I'm looking to continue enjoying it. So the first thing we're going to do is destroy the generator to eliminate the turrets, and the generator is over here. It looks like it's already pretty low on health, or maybe it just doesn't have armor. I'm still learning about the game, so I'm probably going to say a whole bunch of stuff that's wrong. If you're an expert at BattleTech, please cut me a little bit of slack.
Roger that.
Acknowledged.
Look at that. You know, it's weird. I've gone on record already saying that I think BattleTech looks a little bit less than beautiful, but the game doesn't look bad at all. In fact, the art style is starting to grow on me, and we can't even really talk about that because we've got enemy contacts.
You are trespassing on Majesty Metals and manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist organization. Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Well, we don't necessarily want to be fired upon, but that doesn't mean we're going to cease our advance. So, we've got 3 medium mechs and 1 light mech, which we are highlighting right now. That's Decker. And our light mech only has medium lasers and melee.
What can I do for you?
We have long-range missiles on 2 of our medium mechs, so these guys will be great for dealing damage even without line of sight on the targets. As long as they're within range and somebody on our squad has line of sight on the mechs, they can fire their long-range missiles and get some damage out on the enemy, which is pretty cool. Just thinking about all the different ways to fight is really the most exciting thing about Mech Warrior. It feels so dramatically different from what I'm used to because of the turn system, which we'll see more when we engage in actual combat. Right now, we have vision on the enemy, but we're not in combat. But now, we're officially in combat, I think. And we're taking some shots. A little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. Losing a point of evasion. Oh gosh, there are so many mechanics in the game to explain. Okay. So why don't we start by explaining the initiative system, because that is officially taking place. There are 5 initiative phases, and during each of those phases, you can move a specific weight class. In the higher phases, you move the lighter weight mechs. In the lower phases, you move the heavier mechs. So right now, our lightweight spider is the one that can move. And the question is, where do I want to move him to? I don't know. You know, I don't know what I want to do with my lightweight mech. So you know what? I'm going to reserve him. I'm going to see what the enemy does. I feel like that's the smart move. We got an enemy spider coming out of the fog of war. So we're definitely going to try and blast him a little bit, because he's put himself in a dangerous position. And just like that, we can move our light mech. And I guess we can move him right here and start taking shots on the enemy.
Coordinates received.
Hopefully I have line of sight from that position. I think I did this right. Yes, we do. We do have line of sight. So let's shoot at him. Let's destroy the enemy spider. Fire the medium. Actually, we don't have a great chance to hit, and it's because of these little markers here. The evasion points on the enemy mech. Every time you move a mech, they gain points of evasion. So it might be a good idea to not shoot at him and maybe wait for another better opportunity. Or we could just shoot at him, because shooting at enemy mechs removes points of their evasion. So let's just fire. We missed twice, but it's fine. We removed a point of evasion. 40% is basically 100%, so I felt pretty confident in that. But, you know, I guess in the end it was okay because we get to move another mech. So why don't we see if there's anywhere we can jump to maybe get a vantage point. It looks like we can. I don't know if that increases our shot percentages, but we'll find out. Boom. In position. Now let's see. Doesn't look like our shot percentages are too great with everything, but our AC2 seems like it has the best chance to hit. So I guess let's uncheck the medium lasers, and that'll reduce the amount of heat we generate. There's so many mechanics in this game, it's a little bit ridiculous. And screw it, let's take a shot.
Engaging target.
You don't play games with giant robots to stand around and twiddle your thumbs. You play them so you can shoot guns and blow stuff up. So yeah, I guess just continuing to fire at this guy until we have him dead is probably that's the idea we're going for right now. So we're going to continue trying to make that a reality. So we'll just move and get ready to shoot. Yeah, let's do it.
Roger.
Look at that, we're starting to get some connections. We destroyed his jump jets, so he won't be able to maneuver as well in the following rounds, and we're removing all of those points of evasion from him, giving our other mechs a better chance to hit. So each person that's taken a shot at this guy has had an even better chance to hit him, which is pretty interesting. Okay. So it looks like we're a bit too close for our long-range missiles to have a decent chance of hitting, and our short laser, apparently it has a 0% chance to hit, so I should probably uncheck that. But you know, 0% is basically 100, right?
Tell me what to shoot.
Oh my, we killed him. Oh no, we didn't kill him, we incapacitated him.
Gotcha.
But that worked out pretty well. And now it's the enemy turn. They don't have too much that they can do for us. They sensor locked one of our mechs and removed a point of evasion.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
It looks like, I guess it was the turrets that were applying the sensor lock to us from range to remove points of evasion off of our guys. And our spider is getting rocked. He's losing a hell of a lot of armor from that one.
I'm taking internal damage.
Oh my, we've got to be a lot more careful about what we do with our little guy, because he's getting destroyed right now.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yes, you are, and I apologize for putting you in that terrible situation.
Commander?
I'm not entirely sure what to do with him. I mean, I definitely don't want him in the line of fire. He took a lot of stability damage, which means the next hit that comes his way will probably knock him down.
Affirmative.
So let's just put him in this spot where I don't think any of the turrets have line of sight on him. And then, yeah, we can't fire, so we'll use this hunker down. I think I'm playing XCOM. We'll use the brace button, remove unsteady, and end this mech's turn. Gain guarded, 50% damage reduction against ranged attacks from the front and side, and entrenched, 50% stability damage reduction. So there you go. You just chill over there. Stay safe, buddy. Now this guy is coming in, going for the face on our Vindicator, one of our medium mechs, but not going to take a lot of damage from that at all.
Waiting for orders.
Now one thing that happened to us in the previous turn was all of those turrets spammed their sensor lock, I assume on the spider, maybe? I wasn't quite sure. I didn't notice exactly which mech got sensor locked, but sensor lock removes the points of evasion that enemy mechs have, and we have a mech that can use sensor lock too, I think. You know what? It was in the first mission where I had a mech that can sensor lock. I don't have a sensor lock anymore on any of these guys, so they're just gonna have to blast this guy in the face, or we can punch him. And I'm a fan of rock'em sock'em robots, so let's punch him. Wham! Bam! Thank you, ma'am. We destroyed his arm and took off his evasion point. So we're basically just gonna keep pounding this guy over and over again. I think do I have line of sight from here? Yeah, I do. So let's fire away.
On it.
Got an achievement. It's just a flesh wound. Those Monty Python references are running very deep. And I suppose we can use our jump jets to get a little closer. From here, our medium lasers should have a pretty good chance to hit, I would imagine. Yeah, 80%? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Blast this fool. Not as much damage. Oh, never mind. He's dead. We got a headshot.
Enemy mech destroyed.
It's fun. It's genuinely fun.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Ah, okay. There we go. The sensor lock is going on the Blackjack mech. And actually, both of our mechs are getting sensor lock. And they're taking a lot of damage from those turrets. Oh my. I wasn't expecting the turrets to be so powerful.
Minor damage, Commander.
Minor damage, that kind of looked like a lot. I'm already seeing where I've made my mistakes. I probably should have used the lightweight mech to rush in and destroy the generator so we wouldn't get absolutely decimated by these frickin' turrets. So, I'm going to learn from my mistakes. Our little guy is going to jump as far as he can. I imagine this is going to put him in a precarious position, but if he can destroy the generators in one shot, then he'll be completely safe. So fly away, my little guy, onto the front lines. And now take the shot with your medium lasers at the generator. Please kill it.
Locked on target.
He failed. Well, we've got other turns that we can take.
Waiting for orders.
And I think we have jump jets on our other guys. Yes, we do. So we may yet be able to kill the generator.
Jump jets.
Now, one thing that had me a little bit confused when I was starting up the game was that there was no difficulty setting for me to choose from. And I was fully willing to put the game on its highest difficulty setting because I'm an asshole and I like to challenge myself. But even without that, at least from this initial experience, it feels like there is a nice amount of balance to be had. Like, I feel like, at the very least, my poor decisions are being punished pretty severely, because my mech lost its arm. So that must mean I'm doing something wrong. And because I lost my arm, I actually lost 2 of my weapons. So that kind of sucks.
Here we go. Brought it down, Commander.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out the further along I get into the campaign and the better I get at manipulating the strategy. So now we have to destroy the Corpsec Tower, which is over here. It looks like it has the same amount of health as
Yes,
the
Commander.
turret, so it should take a couple of rounds of fire to take it out. We'll rush our spider into position and
Good to go.
start shooting with him. Our other guys will follow behind.
On my way. We've got company.
Yep, we've got enemy reinforcements coming in hot from their little dropship.
New bogey.
Let's see what they sent down. Looks like a mech and an unknown vehicle, the Shadowhawk. Let's look at that guy and see
Orders?
if we can discern anything. Oh, I don't have line of sight on him. All right, let's get line of sight on him with our little guy.
Moving out.
Now, I'm not necessarily going to shoot. I'm probably going to brace here, but I want to see info about him. So he's a medium mech with jump jets, long-range missile, short-range missile, laser, and an AC-5. All right. So you know what? I'm going to use one of his special abilities because they seem cool. Take a called shot against a single target at -4. Difficulty, this target's initiative is reduced by 1. That seems interesting, so that will delay when the enemy will be able to move. So let's try that. We'll go right for the center torso. Sure, why not? All right. So I think it worked. I'm gonna assume that the whole initiative thing with that mech worked because normally I think it would have been his turn to move. So, you know, it's a little bit confusing. I don't understand the game that well, but you know, I feel like it's working, and we're gonna kill some stuff.
Waiting for orders.
Ah, okay. This is what I was looking for. This lady Glitch over here, she's got this ability called multi-target, which means she can shoot at multiple targets in the same firing round. So what we're gonna do with her, even though she's missing an arm. Oh no, we can't get into a position where she can see anything. All right, so we'll just move her up and then use her in the following turns. But multi-target is a really cool ability where you can shoot at multiple enemies in a single turn. You just have to delegate which weapons are shooting at which target. So there we go. Another vehicle's making a movement. And we get our turn again. So I think that shot that we took with our special ability did affect the Shadowhawk. Because I imagine that medium mech would have taken a turn already if we hadn't done that. So let's just get everybody into a better position because we're a bit far behind, not really in the action right now. Oh, this is interesting. Vigilance, gain guard and entrench and remove all stability damage. Your initiative is increased by 1. So this medium mech would move in the same turn as our light mech in the coming turn. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Confirm. If I take a shot at this guy, I'm not sure if that'll remove the special ability that I just activated. But there's no better way to find out than by testing it out and experimenting. I don't think it did because we still have that little shield icon next to our mech. So that's a very powerful tool. Now our spider getting absolutely demolished.
Internal damage.
I apologize. Decker, I will not do you wrong again. And look at that. So we get to move our medium, or take an action with our medium mech this time in the same phase that we could take an action with our light mech. So here's what we'll do. Since the light mech has less firepower than the medium, we're going to use him first to shave off a point of evasion from the enemy mech. But is there a safer place I can do this from? Not really. So let's just hover over there and start shooting. Decker, I won't let you die, buddy. You gotta have some faith in me.
All weapons are go.
Come on, Decker. I know your mech is damaged and you're probably bleeding and there's probably a fire going on some kind of console in there, but you gotta aim a little bit better, buddy. Okay. Now let's take the shot. All weapons. Lock onto this fool. Fire.
Affirmative.
This guy is pretty beefy, not gonna lie. And he is coming for our face. I think the spider's gonna die. Yeah, the pilot's injured. Oh boy. Oh boy. On the bright side, we've got that multi-target, but we only have 2 weapons that we can use for it because one of our arms got destroyed. So it might not even be super effective to do so. Normally I would rather multi-target when I could spread like 2 weapons to each target. So let's just try and blow down the Scorpion. It's a light vehicle, so I imagine it won't survive.
That's a vehicle kill.
You know, I've always enjoyed the visuals that different games use to showcase how a radar is functioning, and that was a really cool effect there. When the enemy vehicle was moving outside of our line of sight, we just see the sensor blips, which is a good way to signify that it's not within our vision. So with that said, we're gonna move with our blackjack and take this guy out. Now, one thing that I don't want to say is bothersome about this game, but one thing that I just am gonna have to adjust to is there not being a concept of Overwatch, at least not one that I've seen so far, because that was such a huge component of XCOM Enemy Unknown and XCOM 2 and even the older XCOM games, that whenever I make a move, I'm thinking about, I could probably just Overwatch here and let somebody walk and get shot, and just kind of manipulating that mechanic. But it's not a thing that I can do. Now, our spider is basically fucked, so I'm gonna just pull him behind this rock and
On it.
wish that I could put him on Overwatch to catch the vehicle that's trying to flank us. But I can't. So what I'll do instead is just brace him so he'll take a little bit reduced damage if he gets shot. Oh, crap. I'm getting my ass kicked here, people. And it feels amazing. Only in a strategy game can you get your ass kicked and have it feel good. Because it just means that I have more to learn. That's what it's saying to me. So let's go punch this guy in the face and show them that, you know, we may not know what we're doing, but we know how to deliver a mean right hook. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, we've really got to kill this guy because this is a problem. I wonder if I can I jump on top of his head? Is that a thing that I can do? I don't know if I can jump on his head, but I can jump right behind him and take a shot in his back. I'm going to show you something cool right now. Jump jets, queued up. From this position, if I just hold my mouse over the target, the AC-2 is not getting a good chance to hit from this close. But maybe if I jump a little farther back, now it's still pretty low. I wonder what the effective range is on that. I'll have to read into that later. Maybe it's a more long-range weapon. So I guess jumping right behind him and taking a shot would be okay. Or maybe I probably should have punched him. Though I don't think I could have. Either way, we're going to fire everything, even the AC-2s, because 30% is basically 100. This will cause an overheat, maybe? Fuck it.
All weapons committed.
Alright, the AC-2s missed their target, but we did incapacitate the pilot and destroy the mech, so I think it was worth it.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Ready for orders.
It is getting a little bit hot in here. Unfortunately, our mech cannot take his clothes off to mitigate that. The spider, I would like to move him in to kind of get my eyes on the vehicle, which I completely lost track of. There it is. But I don't think there's anywhere where I can get line of sight on him. At this point, we've got this in the bag. The only enemy remaining is a vehicle, so that's going to get promptly eliminated. We'll just turn and shoot. But overall, we didn't do the greatest job ever. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that we messed up pretty bad. But we definitely learned that despite the fact that the game is not on a hard difficulty or a legendary difficulty, classic mode, whatever you want to call it, we've still got to be intelligent about how we play, or we're going to get our stuff destroyed. So with all of that, we're going to take the final shots and then see what comes next, because I have absolutely no idea.
Engaging target. Target building destroyed.
Great job, Commander. Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
Okay, so we do have to walk back to the evac zone manually, which means there's probably going to be enemy reinforcements. When have you ever played a strategy video game that requires you to walk to an evac zone where there aren't enemy reinforcements waiting at the evac zone? Never is the answer to that question. So, I think we should be ready for a fight.
Position confirmed.
Alright, yeah, no, there are not going to be any enemy reinforcements. Alright, fine, I was wrong. Brilliant work, Commander. We should have no trouble mopping up the other platforms now that their defenses are down. These platforms won't do us much good if we can't hold them. Majesty Metals taught us that. So we're going to need your battlemechs. You're going to want to reconsider that. Oh, wait a minute now. We got a little conflict on our hands. Why? Your lance has already been target locked by our turrets. Now power down, surrender, and we'll let you walk, or try to fight and we'll tear you to shreds. Your call. So we're not getting enemy reinforcements. We're getting a little backstabbing action going on. Well, there goes our goddamn payday. Hold tight, Commander. We're on our way. What a mess. What an absolute mess. What I tell you.
Good to go.
What I tell you. The trope is real. Alright, so we only have 3 mechs at our disposal because I got one of our mechs destroyed. So this may be a bit tricky.
Standing by.
And our spider is basically dead already. I mean, one more shot and he's probably gone. And there's really nothing I could do about that. I mean, I could try and limit the line of sight of the enemy mechs, but even that's not a guarantee.
Roger.
I mean, or the enemy turrets. I think the vehicles are a really nice touch for the game, too. I wasn't expecting there to be tanks and things that I have to fight in addition to enemy mechs, and even the turrets are
Good to go.
an interesting touch, having something completely immobile. And I'm just now noticing there was a turret generator that I could have killed that would have stopped the turrets from firing on me without me having to kill each one individually. So, my bad. Okay. Stand by for extraction, Commander. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, and Darius? I know, Mayor. I know. You want another team meeting. Give the man a prize.
Mission successful.
Let's give Decker a prize while we're at it. Mission successful, albeit very difficult. So that was pretty fun. I kind of got my ass kicked, but I'm sure you know that already. Let's look at the post-mission report. Our payout was $0 because we got betrayed, so that's a bit unfortunate. I don't know. Oh, she was killed. Okay, so Glitch was killed. She's straight up dead. But from the looks of it, we salvaged the mech. So that's good. It's a bit unfortunate. But, yeah, we took a lot of damage. The Spider, his jump jets are all damaged. The Vindicator's got some damaged jump jets as well. The Blackjack seems to be in pretty good condition overall. And the Shadowhawk as well is in pretty good condition. The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we can repay our debts. For now, we can only go between Urkurni and the nearby system of Alloway, Belorforn, and Detroit. Whatever. Our top priority right now needs to be finding work so we can raise cash. None of the contracts we have are very good. I picked out the only viable one I could find, and helpfully it includes our travel fees as part of the deal. Come by the Commander Center when you're ready to review it. Game saved. Alright, so that was a lot of fun. There's clearly a hell of a lot more to learn and figure out about this game, but I'm excited to do so. I'm going to take a little break. And when we come back, we're going to explore some of these menu interfaces, and I'll do a little bit of exploring before I start recording so I'm not rambling like a moron for 20 minutes before actually showing you anything useful. So with that said, the name of the game is BattleTech. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about getting your ass kicked in a new video game. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.